Hi everyone, today we're starting a new module, Module 7 of Measurement and Data. This is Lesson 0, this is the review, so turn to page 1 so you can follow along and take notes. All right, so using a ruler to find perimeter. So you're going to be doing this on your own. You're going to have to get a ruler to use if needed. So if we think about this, number 1, it says width of your hand. So if you were going to measure your hand across, are you going to use inches, feet, or yards? Well, remember, a ruler is in inches, and one ruler, so 12 inches, equals 1 foot. So your hand is not 1 foot across, so you're going to use inches. It's a smaller unit of measure. If we look at this, they gave us a ruler, and it's lined up right at the 0, right at the end there at the 0. And then we look to see where the line ends, and it ends right on the 2. So the measurement of this would be 2 inches. So when you look at rulers, remember there are oftentimes it's on the same ruler. One side will be centimeters and one side will be inches. In the United States, we mostly use inches, but in the rest of the world, they use centimeters. And actually, centimeters is a little easier because each centimeter, so 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So these little lines in between are millimeters. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 millimeters, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 1. So 10 millimeters, 20, 30, 40. But in inches, halfway between, we use that often. That would be 1.5 inches. So we would say 1.5 inches if we were measuring on this line, or you could say 1.5 inches. So remember, when you use a ruler, okay, you need to make sure that if the 0 is right at the end, then that lines up with the line that you're measuring, okay? If the 0 is a little bit in, you need to make sure to line it right up with the 0. But if this was right on the end, if I moved this, I wanted you to be able to see the line. But if I moved this really close, I could see that this would measure 4.5 inches. So 4.5 inches would be side 1. Then you would measure side 2, which is from here to here, and then you would measure side 3, which is down at the bottom, and then you would write them all out. Well, I only measured side 1 for you, then you got to do 2 and 3 and measure it out to find, and then when you add them all together, that is the perimeter. So you would add all those up, and actually, let me write it like this so you can remember how to do that. So you would do side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 equals the perimeter, and we know side 1 is 4.5, and then you would have to write in side 2 and side 3, find out what it equals when you add them all up, and that is your perimeter. So make sure to do that. Pause the video and get a ruler and do that right now. Okay, now you are going to do the same thing for numbers 4 and 5. You're going to do these on your own. You've used rulers before in your other modules, so you need to use a ruler right now. It gives you side 1. It tells you this is side 2 and side 3, so measure each one, then add them up to get your perimeter. Pause the video. Do that for numbers 4 and 5, and then check your answer. I'll give you the answer after you do it. So for number 2, this is an equilateral triangle, so all the sides were equal. So they all equaled 2 inches. So I do 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, so the perimeter is 6. Is that what you got? Now double check your number 5. I'll give you the answer, what I got, and you can check. For number 5, I got 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches for side 2, and about 4 inches for side 3. So then I would add those all up. 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 4 equals 9, so the perimeter is 9 inches. All right, the next section of this lesson is about area. So remember, when you were talking about area, that is the number of square units a figure covers. So if we look here, the area, this is just one little square, so it is 1 square centimeter. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so this would be 4 square centimeters, and so on. So a square unit is the unit used to measure area. So here this is 1 square unit. These were centimeters. This is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, so that's why it was 1 square centimeter. All right, we're on page 5 now, so follow along to take notes. Number 1, 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 6 is 24. Remember, you need to know your multiplication. It makes finding area a lot quicker. So here for number 3, we have 1 square inch. Okay, so we need to figure out how many square inches there are. Well, we could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But how many rows do we have? Well, this is a row going across like this. So we have 1, 2, 3 rows of 5 square inches, because across we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 across. So then the area would be 3 times 5 equals 15. Here, how many rows do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And then in each row we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 square centimeters. So 4 times 6 equals 24. This says, this floor is covered with gold and white square tiles. Each tile is 1 square unit. How many tiles cover the floor? Well, we can count or we can multiply. Multiplying is much faster. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then up and down, how many rows we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5 by 6. That is 30 tiles. So the area is 30 square units. This says, this blue rug covers some of the floor tiles, the blue rug. How many floor tiles does the rug cover? Well, let's count quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we know that there are 1, 2, 3 rows of blue, and then in each row there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. All right, find the area. So we're going to count how many rows we have and then how many are in each row. So here we have 2 rows. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4 square units in each row. So this would be 2 times 4 is 8. Here we have 1, 2, 3 rows. And there are 1, 2, 3 square meters in each. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we would say square meters. Or you could write it like this, 9 meters, and then a 2 up there means squared. All right, last one. Now we're in inches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And in each row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 times 7 is 35 inches squared, because each little square is a square inch. All right, so it says, find the area of a rectangular square using symbols. Here is feet, so we say find the number of rows, so we count the rows. And then you find the number of squares in each row. So here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares in each row. Then you find the product of the number of rows and the number of squares in each row. 2 times 5 equals 10. And then you record the area in square units. Area equals 10 square feet, because we were measuring in feet. All right, remember now you're going to do complete pages 3 and 7 on your own. Show your teacher, ask for help. when you're writing square units, if it's inches, you can say inches squared, centimeters squared, feet squared. So when you're doing area, make sure to include the unit of measure to get it right. Okay, good luck.